控室にいる力士ちゃんに突撃取材をしてみようと思います。CM 撮影お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様でした。
突然ですが、力士ちゃんがいつも持ち歩いているものを紹介してもらおうと思います。パチパチパチパチ
いきなりやな。
The moments fans remember most are usually the ones under the bright lights. A flawless lift, a standing ovation, a world record score, an Olympic gold medal. But those unforgettable performances are built long before the music begins, in places the audience never sees. Behind the curtain, inside a quiet waiting room where there are no judges, no cameras demanding perfection, and no reason to perform for anyone. It is one of the few places where athletes can simply be themselves. That is exactly where Ryuichi Kihara revealed something surprisingly ordinary. He opened his competition bag and showed the items he had carried with him throughout 7 years of training and competing in Canada alongside Riku Miura. At first glance, nothing seemed extraordinary. A collection of massage balls, a massage gun, a bottle of Elixir skincare serum. They looked like everyday personal items, the kind of things many athletes might pack before an event. But when those 3 objects are placed into the story of 7 demanding years spent chasing the biggest dream in figure skating, they become much more than simple belongings. They become a quiet reflection of the man carrying them. Every item tells the story of discipline, responsibility, and countless invisible sacrifices that eventually led to Olympic gold. The first thing Kihara pulled from his bag was a set of massage balls in several different sizes. Smiling, he explained that he always carried both large and small ones depending on which muscles needed attention. It sounded simple enough, almost too simple to attract much attention. Yet that small detail revealed something important about his personality. Most people see a massage ball as just another recovery tool. Kihara saw it differently. Every size had a purpose. Larger ones relieved bigger muscle groups. Smaller ones reached the deeper areas that needed more precise treatment. That level of preparation only comes from someone who knows every inch of his own body after years of pushing it to its absolute limit. Pair skating demands extraordinary physical strength, especially from the male partner. Every lift, every throw, every catch places enormous pressure on the shoulders, lower back, hips, and arms. Tiny physical problems quickly become dangerous when another person's safety depends entirely on your strength and stability. Long before standing on top of the Olympic podium with Riku Miura, Kihara had already learned those lessons the hard way. Earlier in his career, he dealt with injuries and setbacks that forced him to rethink how he cared for himself. Recovering from those difficult periods changed the way he approached every training day afterward. Carrying several massage balls wasn't simply part of a routine anymore. It was a promise to himself that he would never allow preventable injuries to steal another opportunity. Every recovery session became another investment in the future he wanted to build beside his partner. Looking back now, those small pieces of equipment almost resemble insurance policies protecting years of hard work. What makes this especially fascinating is that nothing about these tools was flashy. They weren't expensive trophies or lucky charms designed to impress anyone. They were practical, functional, and completely invisible to the audience watching from the stands. That perfectly reflects Kihara's personality. He has never chased attention through dramatic gestures. Instead, he has quietly focused on the small habits that make excellence possible. While others celebrate spectacular performances, Kihara has always understood that spectacular performances are created by ordinary routines repeated every single day without fail. Watching him demonstrate how each massage ball worked, it became clear that he wasn't simply following instructions from a trainer. He understood exactly which muscles needed pressure, where tension accumulated after lifts, and how different areas required different treatment. It was as if he carried a map of his own body, carefully memorized through years of experience. 7 seasons of supporting Riku Miura through thousands of lifts had taught him to listen to every signal his body produced. Every ache meant something. Every tight muscle carried a warning. Ignoring those warnings was never an option. That mindset became one of the foundations supporting their remarkable partnership. The second item that appeared from his bag made perfect sense after seeing the first. It was a massage gun, another recovery tool designed to loosen tight muscles and speed up recovery after long training sessions. Kihara casually demonstrated how he used it across different parts of his body, explaining that it helped keep him prepared for the demands of competition. Before he could finish, Riku Miura couldn't help laughing. Looking at everything spread across the table, she smiled and teased him, saying, "It's nothing but recovery tools." Both of them burst into laughter. It was a brief exchange lasting only a few seconds, yet it revealed something no statistic or competition score ever could. That joke wasn't surprise. It wasn't criticism. It wasn't even playful disbelief. It was recognition. She wasn't reacting to something unexpected. She was reacting to something completely familiar because after 7 years together, she already knew exactly what lived inside his competition bag before he ever opened it. That single comment carried the weight of shared experience. Only someone who has spent years traveling, training, competing, and living alongside another person can laugh that naturally over something so ordinary. If a stranger pulled out several recovery tools, nobody would immediately make that joke. But Miura had watched him care for his body day after day, season after season. She understood that recovery wasn't something Kihara occasionally remembered to do. It was part of who he was. His bag always reflected his priorities. Keeping his body healthy wasn't about personal comfort. It was about responsibility. Every time he lifted Riku above his head, every successful throw depended on muscles that had already endured thousands of repetitions. Every competition demanded strength that could only exist because of endless hours spent repairing the damage created by training. Those recovery tools weren't just protecting Kihara. They were quietly protecting his partner as well. Every massage session reduced the risk of injury. Every carefully maintained muscle increased stability during lifts. Every recovery habit became another unseen contribution to the trust that defined one of the world's greatest pair skating teams. When fans watched Riku Miura soar effortlessly through the air during their Olympic performances, very few realized that those breathtaking moments were supported by countless invisible evenings spent rolling sore muscles across massage balls and carefully working through tight shoulders with a massage gun. The audience celebrated perfect execution. Kihara understood that perfection began with preparation no one would ever applaud. The third item that emerged from Kihara's bag surprised almost everyone watching. After seeing massage balls and a massage gun, it was easy to assume another recovery tool would follow. Instead, he reached for a bottle of Elixir skincare serum. It was completely unexpected, and that unexpected moment instantly became one of the highlights of the entire video. Smiling naturally, Kihara explained that skincare had become important to him, adding that men should take care of their skin too. Before he could say anything else, Riku Miura jumped into the conversation with an explanation that only someone who had lived the same daily life could give. "Canada is incredibly dry," she said. "That's why you started taking care of your skin every day." Kihara laughed and admitted that his skin had become much smoother because of it. "Your skin matters," Miura replied. Then, with perfect timing, she smiled and teased him again. "For Miki-chan, that's actually a pretty sensible thing to say." Kihara immediately laughed back and defended himself. "I'm always sensible." The exchange lasted only a few seconds, but inside those few seconds lived 7 years of friendship, partnership, and countless shared memories. They weren't explaining themselves for the audience. They were simply talking the way they always had. Their rhythm felt effortless because it had been built over thousands of ordinary conversations that cameras never recorded. Even the nickname Miura used carried its own meaning. Calling him Miki-chan wasn't something created for television. It reflected a level of comfort that only develops after years of traveling together, sharing victories, surviving disappointments, and spending nearly every day side by side. Their jokes didn't need explanations because both of them already understood the context behind every word. Looking even deeper, the skincare serum revealed another fascinating side of Kihara's personality. Years earlier, during an interview in 2020, he admitted that skincare wasn't something he paid much attention to. At the time, he simply washed his face and moved on with his day. Beauty products weren't part of his routine. Yet now, several years later, a bottle of serum had earned a permanent place inside his competition bag. Something had clearly changed. The answer was probably not fashion or personal image. It was necessity. Life in Canada taught him a lesson his previous environment never had. Winters around Oakville and the Toronto area are known for extremely dry air. Athletes spend hours moving between freezing outdoor temperatures and heated indoor rinks, exposing their skin to constant stress. Dryness isn't just uncomfortable, it can become painful over an entire season. Kihara didn't suddenly become interested in skincare because it was trendy. He adapted because the environment demanded it. That simple decision says a great deal about the way he approaches life. He doesn't adopt habits because other people recommend them. He adopts habits because experience proves they are necessary. The massage balls, the massage gun, and now the skincare serum all followed the exact same pattern. None of them were about appearance. None of them existed to impress anyone. They solved real problems. That's how Kihara thinks. He observes, learns, adapts, and quietly builds routines that allow him to keep moving forward. That practical mindset became one of the invisible strengths behind 7 successful years with Miura. Every adjustment he made wasn't just helping himself. It was protecting the partnership they had worked so hard to build. Even the choice of Elixir as a brand tells an interesting story. Riku Miura and Ryuichi Kihara had sponsorship connections through Koz, making it entirely possible that the product first entered his life through that relationship. But receiving something from a sponsor and actually carrying it every single day are two completely different things. Plenty of promotional products disappear into drawers after a campaign ends. This one stayed in his bag because it became useful. It earned its place through daily experience, not obligation. That pattern appears again and again throughout Kihara's career. Opportunities may arrive because of circumstance, but they only remain if they genuinely improve his routine. Nothing seems to stay in his life without serving a purpose. Miura understood that immediately. She didn't ask, "Why are you carrying skincare?" She already knew the answer. Instead, she explained it herself. Canada is dry. That small moment revealed just how deeply connected their everyday lives had become. She wasn't learning something new about him. She was reminding everyone else of something they had both experienced together. They had lived through the same winters, trained inside the same rinks, breathed the same dry air, and dealt with the same conditions. Shared experiences had eliminated the need for long explanations between them. That is what 7 years together can do. Words become shorter because understanding becomes deeper. Sometimes a single sentence carries the weight of an entire chapter of shared history. Looking back at everything inside Kihara's bag, one clear theme begins to emerge. Every item was focused on maintenance, maintaining muscles, maintaining skin, maintaining physical condition, maintaining readiness. Kihara has never seemed obsessed with dramatic breakthroughs. Instead, he believes in protecting what already works. He values consistency over excitement. That same philosophy extended far beyond his personal care routine. It shaped the way he approached his partnership with Miura as well. Over those 7 years, he quietly became known for remembering the details that others overlooked. He checked for forgotten equipment before competitions. He carried extra chargers. He waited outside buses when necessary. He made sure nothing important was left behind. None of those actions attracted headlines, but together they created stability. The success of a championship team isn't built only through spectacular moments on the ice. It also depends on someone making sure the ordinary moments never become unnecessary problems. Kihara seemed to understand that instinctively. If Miura forgot something, he noticed. If preparation required one extra step, he took it without complaint. His personality naturally leaned toward protecting the environment around him so both of them could focus on skating. When people search for the secret behind Olympic champions, they often expect revolutionary training methods or extraordinary talent. Talent certainly mattered. So did years of technical work. But there was another ingredient that rarely appeared in headlines: the ability to maintain excellence every single day. Kihara's bag quietly reflected that philosophy. It wasn't filled with lucky charms or dramatic symbols of motivation. It contained practical tools that supported consistency. The same mindset that kept his body healthy also kept the partnership strong. Every recovery session, every carefully packed item, every forgotten charger he remembered, every small responsibility he accepted became another invisible layer supporting one of the greatest pair skating teams in history. By the end of that simple bag reveal, it was impossible to look at those three ordinary objects the same way again. They were never just massage balls, a massage gun, and a skincare serum. Together, they formed a quiet portrait of the man who spent 7 years making sure both he and his partner would always be ready when the music finally started. Looking at the contents of Miura's bag made the contrast even more fascinating. While Kihara packed tools designed to preserve and maintain his body, Miura's essentials reflected a completely different personality. Her bag held wireless earphones for music during practice, favorite snacks that made long training days a little brighter, and a growing collection of moose plush toys she had started gathering while living in Canada. One partner carried recovery equipment, the other carried comfort and inspiration. One focused on function, the other embraced emotion. After spending 7 years training in the same country, breathing the same cold air, and chasing the same dream, their bags still told two very different stories. That difference wasn't a weakness. It was exactly what made them work. Kihara's calm, methodical approach gave stability to Miura's natural instincts, while Miura's warmth and spontaneity softened Kihara's disciplined routine. Together they created a balance neither could have achieved alone. You could almost picture the scene behind the curtain before a competition. Kihara quietly working tight muscles with his massage ball while Miura listened to her favorite playlist. Kihara carefully applying skincare after another long day inside Canada's dry rinks while Miura reached for a snack and laughed about something that had happened during practice. Neither approach was better than the other. Both were necessary. Their differences completed the picture that fans came to know as Rikuryu. The same balance appeared on the ice. Kihara once explained in an interview that Miura naturally loved skating with speed, and because he enjoyed speed as well, their skating gradually became faster and more powerful together. That wasn't just technical compatibility, it was trust. Miura's instinct pushed them forward, while Kihara's preparation gave him the confidence to match her pace. Every recovery session after practice allowed him to support the explosive lifts and throws that later amazed audiences around the world. What happened behind the scenes always found its way onto the ice. The quiet work done in hotel rooms, locker rooms, and training facilities eventually became unforgettable performances under Olympic lights. Then came the hardest night of all. During the short program at the 2026 Milan Cortina Winter Olympics, a mistake on one of their lifts left them sitting in 5th place. It was a devastating moment after years of preparation. For someone as meticulous as Kihara, whose entire mindset revolved around preparation and consistency, the disappointment hit with overwhelming force. Later he admitted that he couldn't stop crying. He cried that night, and even the next morning during breakfast. He cried while eating spinach. He cried after washing his face. At one point he even joked that his skin looked unusually smooth because he had cried so much. It was a rare glimpse behind the calm, reliable image fans had always known. For 7 years Kihara had been the one holding everything together. He was the partner checking equipment, managing details, taking care of his body, and making sure nothing was forgotten. But on that morning, none of the routines that usually kept him grounded could repair what had been broken inside. Massage balls couldn't ease emotional pain. A massage gun couldn't remove disappointment. Even the skincare serum that had become part of his daily routine meant nothing when the heart itself needed healing. That was the moment the roles quietly reversed. While Kihara struggled to regain his composure, Miura became the one doing the preparation. She took a simple Ziploc bag she normally used for snacks and wrote a handwritten message across it. The words were short but powerful. "We can absolutely do this. We've already done the work." She handed the bag to Kihara without making a dramatic speech. There were no cameras focused on the moment. No grand emotional performance. Just a few handwritten words from someone who knew exactly what her partner needed to hear. Those words reached him in a way no recovery tool ever could. They didn't heal tired muscles. They healed shaken confidence. By the time they returned for the free skate, something had changed. The tears were gone. The belief had returned. Together they delivered a breathtaking performance that earned 158.13 points and completed one of the greatest Olympic comebacks in pair skating history. Looking back, that unforgettable performance suddenly connected to the simple bag reveal in an entirely new way. For years, Kihara had always been the one carrying the tools that kept everything together. But on the biggest stage of his career, when he was the one who needed support, Miura quietly reached into her own emotional toolbox. Her handwritten note became the recovery tool that day. Just as Kihara had spent years repairing tired muscles, Miura found the words that repaired a tired heart. That quiet exchange captured the true nature of their partnership. Neither of them was permanently assigned the role of caretaker. Whoever was stronger in the moment naturally stepped forward to support the other. That ability wasn't something they practiced. It grew naturally through 7 years of paying attention to each other every single day. Suddenly, Miura's playful comment from the bag video, "It's nothing but recovery tools," felt even more meaningful. Without realizing it, she eventually became one of those recovery tools herself. Not for muscles, but for the person carrying them. That is probably why fans feel such a deep connection to Rikuryu. It isn't only because of world titles, Olympic medals, or flawless performances. It's because people can see years of genuine trust hidden inside ordinary conversations. A simple joke about massage equipment. A nickname spoken without thinking. A quiet smile exchanged before practice. Those moments cannot be choreographed. They cannot be rehearsed. They are earned through time. The final exchange in the bag video captures that perfectly. As everything wrapped up, Miura smiled and joked, "Make sure you don't forget anything anymore." Kihara answered immediately with a grin, "I won't." On the surface, it sounded like nothing more than playful teasing. But anyone who had followed their journey understood the deeper meaning. Throughout their partnership, Kihara had always been the one checking that Miura hadn't forgotten her skates, her costume, or anything else they needed before competitions. He carried spare chargers. He waited outside buses. He quietly handled the little responsibilities that kept everything running smoothly. For one brief moment, those roles switched places. Miura became the one reminding him. It felt like more than a joke. It felt like a glimpse into the future. As their competitive careers drew closer to their conclusion and they began talking about building a pair skating academy in Japan, their responsibilities would naturally continue to evolve. The contents of Kihara's bag may eventually change. Massage balls could be replaced by coaching notebooks. The massage gun might give way to training schedules for young skaters. But the heart of his role would remain the same. He would still be preparing, organizing, and supporting. Miura would still bring warmth, energy, and encouragement to everyone around her. The tools inside the bag may change with time, but the partnership built over 7 remarkable years will continue in a different form. In the end, Kihara carried only 3 visible items through those years in Canada. Yet the most important thing he carried never fit inside a bag at all. Every morning he chose to stand beside Riku Miura. Every practice, every competition, every setback, and every comeback began with that same quiet decision. Those 3 simple objects were never the real story. They were only symbols of something much greater. A life built on consistency, responsibility, trust, and the unwavering choice to keep showing up for the person skating beside him.